Hi everyone, I'm Ivan, and welcome to Chronicles of the Uncanny. Today we're zeroing in on one of the Atlantic's most dazzling and downright unnerving patches of water, the Bermuda Triangle. Picture this. Under a cloud-free sky, a cruise ship carves a perfect white wake across turquoise water. A heartbeat later, the radar blip blinks out and the radio spits nothing but static. I fighter -A shouts from the clouds, compass has gone crazy, the horizon spinning. Minus and the pilot and plane vanish together. From 19-century iron lasts to 21-century GPS-equipped private jets. Progress has loosened the triangle's grip on the art of disappearance. Now let's kick off the journey. We roll the clock back to March 4, 1918. The Navy collier USS Cyclops, loaded with tin. 900 tons of manganese ore, leaves Barbados for Norfolk. After the captain's routine check -in, the ship is wiped off the map. No distress call, no wreckage. No oil slick, even the logs of her 309 officers and crews seem to have evaporated. The Cyclops was a twin-hulled and sinkable whale by the standards of the day, yet 2 months of intensive searches turned up nothing. Not even a single bolt. Fast forward to December 5, 1945. 5 TBM Avenger torpedo bombers from Fort Lauderdale, thus draining Flight 19 liftoff under clear skies with full fuel tanks. On the way home, the crew's radio in rapid fire, all compass is gone. Well, the ocean looks weird. The tower's last words from them are a panic "Don't come after me." Rescue aircraft PBM-5 Mariner heads into the same airspace and is never heard from again. 5 days, 300 ships and planes, and all they recover is a thin sheen of fuel. Flight 19 becomes the Triangle's signature cold case, an ocean-size stage. Draw lines from Miami to San Juan, Puerto Rico to Bermuda, and you get an upside-down triangle of roughly 420 square miles. It's where the Gulf Stream slams into the North Atlantic current, creating surface flows that can top 5 mph. Beneath, trenches drop to 23,000 feet while layers of warm and cold, salty and less salty water slide past one another like a liquid weather system. Meteorologists note clear sky at understorm 0. In minutes of 10, wide cumulus cloud can erupt, firing off mega lightning undown bursts vertical blasts that punched 10-foot craters into the sea and set off cockpit pressure alarms. Add in the nearby subtropical high arms. Infant hurricanes or tropical disturbances loiter around 200 days a year, so timing your weather window can steer you straight into a baby cyclone. Compass confuses and an electronic graveyard. Many lost pilots' last calls mention spinning compasses and dead radios. Geophysicist Margaret Hill mapped to wandering magnetic islets along the triangle's northwest rim. When an aircraft crosses their steep magnetic gradient, old school magnetic compasses swing widened. Even modern fluxgate sensors can saturate and drop into safe mode. Today's airliners blend inertial nav and GPS, but thunderstorm towers hurl SF Eric's broad band atmospheric pulses that jam satellites. In the 2015 Serena private jet loss, recovered data showed the GPS froze for a full minute before the jet corkscrewed downward. To some, the triangle is less a portal and more a natural RF blackout zone. Methane blowouts and the bubble sink idea. USGS drilling in the 1970 seconds found honeycomb pockmarks on the seafloor 100-yard pits tracing vast stores of methane hydrate. Alien slide or small warming could pop a gas bloom to the surface. Model tanks show foam saturated water can slash buoyancy by 30%, making a ship drop like a stone. Critics counter the eruptions are once in decades events and can't explain every air disaster, and methane burn off should leave oily, so most cases simply don't show. Time glitches, lost empires, and other wild cards. No Bermuda discussion dodges the C-5. In 1970, commercial pilot Bruce G.E. unclaimed a swirling cloud tunnel spared his Beechcraft ahead 30 minutes and his watch by 1. Physicists chalk it up to tail winds and shifty chronometers, but pop culture heard wormhole. Then there's Atlantis. Divers found the Bimini Road off the Bahamas in 1968, a neat row of limestone slabs. Fringe writers hailed it as an Atlantan power conduit that spits electromagnetic bubbles to snatch ships. Geologists say it's beach rock, nothing mystical. A 2009 underwater pyramid turned out to be JP, e.g. Block Innis. Alien fishing nets? Fun, but zero repeatable proof. Is the triangle truly deadlier? Insurance giant Lloyd's in the U.S. Coast Guard tallied incident files from 1960 for 2024 0.88 disappearances per 100. 0 voyages, basically identical to the world average of 0.89. Strip out hurricane minus season rewrote and the number dips lower. Psychologist Victoria Williams calls its election attention the hotter the rumor, the harder the media's air feeding a feedback loop. Yet many small boats and private planes depart unlogged if they vanish in a squall or mechanical failure. They may never hit the databases. The triangle's real risk could be under minus or over minus stated, we simply don't know. New tech, new eyes. Since 2019, the Navy and Den OAS Deep Minus Blues can project to Sente U versus down the triangle's trenches, stitching sonar mosaics at for -inch resolution. They've spotted 17 probable wrecks, including 3 hull sections that match the 1963 tanker SS Marine Sulphur Queen. The metal is bowed inward, hinting at pressure minus wave collapse rather than reef impact. Meanwhile, the storm minus II platform fuses live, weather under AIS data to forecast downburst footprints 40 minutes out, and is already on trial with business jets. If it goes mainstream, Gone Without a Trace may give way to Detoured in Time, turning dread into dollars. Miami tour operators sell Edge of the Triangle cruises priced 30% above Caribbean luxury runs every night at 9 p. They dim the upper decks and play Flight 19's crackling final transmission so passengers can savor the fear. Bermuda's capital, Hamilton, hosts a Triangle Museum where your ticket comes with a tongue minus in minus cheeks. Certificate of disappearance present to next of kin. If you don't return, TIK Talks Bermuda Triangle Challenge has influencers steering skiffs offshore, filming crazy compasses while secretly slipping magnets under the lens. Summer 2024, I embedded with explorer Eleanor S. Dive crew aboard the support vessel Amelia, off Bermuda's southeast blue hole wreck zone. Visibility hit 150 feet until we dropped below 100 feet and slammed into a wall of metal. First the world minus I minesweeper USS AZ flipped upside minus down, its copper minus green plating flickering with blue fire while coral tried to chew through the steel. After dark, our sonar kept catching layered acoustic reflections from the abyss, sounding like a roaming underwater mountain. The operator shrugged, clashing water masses, or a methane plume. In that moment you taste the ocean's blackout curtain for real. A messy verdict. The Pacific has its Dragon's Triangle, the Indian Ocean its Sea of Sorcery. But none have snowballed into a cultural icon like Bermuda. Marketing, myth minus making, and mass imagination elevate coordinates into legend. Still, brutal currents, explosive weather, seafloor gas, and magnetic quirks do gang minus up here to turn low minus probability accidents into high minus density lore. So is something supernatural at work? Science has turned in the final exam yet, and the Siri writes its script every second. Some chapters wash ashore for us to read, others sink 7 miles deep. Fear and curiosity are our truest tributes to the unknown. Be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and drop your thoughts below. Do you think Bermuda's vanishing S are mostly natural mishaps? Or is there something more mysterious at play? Stay tuned, because Chronicles of the Uncanny will be back with more astounding tales. Chronicles of the Uncanny. See you next time.